It's been 5 years since the Houston Astros cheated to win the 2017 World Series, and less since the league investigated the organization and officially came out and said they did. After they became the most hated team in baseball, resulting in boos, threats, and some wanted to take away their trophy and put an official asterisk next to their name. Since the years have passed, is it time to finally forgive the Houston Astros? It doesn't matter how many years go by. Yankee and Dodger fans will never forget nor forgive this team. This is for the rest of baseball. There was also some sign stealing going on in 2018 where they fell to the Red Sox in 5 in the American League Championship Series. Although there's still a popular rumor going around that players like Josh Reddick and Jose Altuve, among others, were buzzers in 2019, this has been debunked plenty of times, and even MLB found nothing of the matter. Starting pitcher Mike Fiers was the main player who publicly spoke out about the cheating scandal in late 2019. Some will say what he did was great, but others will say he only did it after he was off the team and was playing for a division rival in Oakland. He also has not had a great reputation off the field. Astros general manager Jeff Luhnow and manager AJ Hinch were suspended for the entire 2020 season and were both fired the day their suspensions were announced. The Astros were also fined the maximum $5 million and forfeited their first and second round picks in the 2020 and 2021 MLB drafts. No players were punished because they had been given immunity by MLB in exchange for their cooperation. That's the main part most don't like. Anytime another player is suspended or fined for whatever reason, they'll say, quote, X amount of games more than any Astro, which is understandable, but sometimes getting them to talk to know everything about what happened is more important than suspending them for whatever amount of games, at least in my opinion. Losing your first and second round picks might not sound like much, but it's pretty big. It kills your farm, but with how good the Astros are at evaluating talent, it's not as big to them as it might be to other teams. We aren't going to look at the entire cheating scandal again. We know what happened, and if you don't, there's plenty of videos and articles breaking it down perfectly. This video isn't about then, it's about now. 6 American League Championship Series and 4 World Series appearances with 2 World Series championships. This second World Series has changed some opinions on the Astros franchise, but there are still plenty of baseball fans that still hate them. Maybe because of the cheating scandal, or maybe it's just because they've been one of the best teams in baseball consistently and have beaten their teams in the playoffs. Even take away 2017 and 2018 if you want, and this is still an all-time run. Not many times in baseball's history have teams made this many straight LCS appearances. To many, this is the Astros' first real World Series, but we can put an asterisk on a lot of championships if we choose. Like in 2020 when the Dodgers and Lakers had, quote, Mickey Mouse championships. There's no asterisk next to any of those, nor the Astros, as there shouldn't be. Stealing signs has been part of the game for decades and decades, but stealing signs electronically is different than a runner at second helping the batter at the plate, or a batter seeing a pitcher tip pitches and telling the other guys in the lineup what to look for, as we saw the Phillies do against the Astros in the World Series just this year. Although the 2022 MLB season is over, you can still get tickets to watch your favorite football teams, basketball teams, hockeys, or your favorite music artists in concerts, or get ready for the 2023 season, or nearly anything that requires a ticket when you go to SeatGeek and enter promo code BREWPACK, exactly where our channel name is spelled, to get yourselves $20 off your purchase. In no way am I saying you have to accept what happened in 2017 and call the World Series legitimate, but this video is you shouldn't still hate the current team, at least for cheating 5 years ago. There are only 3 current players as of making this video that are still on the current team that were on the 2017 team. Jose Altuve, Alex Bregman, and Lance McCullers Jr. Yuri Gurriel and Justin Verlander are on this past team but are currently free agents. The pitchers didn't benefit from this as they didn't take at-bats. Altuve didn't cheat, but Bregman of course did. Even with plenty of the players not participating in the cheating, Gurriel said it perfectly, quote, no one put a gun to our head. It would be a lie to say that 1 or 2 people are responsible. We are all responsible, end quote. Which is true, but remember, there's only 3 guys still remaining from that team. If you want to hate anybody, hate those guys, not the current team. The Astros are full of new talent, including ALCS and World Series MVP Carlos Correa's replacement, Jeremy Pena, at short. Correa himself had plenty of clutch postseason hits and was very vocal defending himself and his teammates after the scandal leaked, making plenty hate him the most out of all the players. He's gone and replaced by the very likable rookie, the rookie that the Astros may not have won the World Series without. Kyle Tucker, who hit 2 home runs in Game 1 of this World Series and has been great since 2019. He's also kind of replaced another top-hated 2017 Astro, George Springer, in the outfield. Yordan Alvarez did struggle overall in the ALCS and World Series, but in his career, he's been one of the best pure hitters in the game, while also hitting a game and series-changing home run in Game 6, which they very well could have gone to a Game 7 and lost without it. And earlier in the playoffs, a historic walk-off in Game 1 against the Mariners that changed the entire series. Christian Javier, who started and threw 6 in the combined no-hitter in Game 4. Then lastly, a pitcher who had an argument for World Series MVP, pitching 12 1/3, Framber Valdez. He's been great the past 3 seasons. Valdez won't go without mention of his Game 2 performance, which included lots of conspiracy theories of him cheating with some sort of substance. Baseball Doesn't Exist made a great video showing how that could be possible, but you'd hope the umpires would be a lot more strict in the World Series. Catcher Martin Maldonado, who was traded to Houston midway through 2018, used an illegal bat in Game 1. Unlike the Valdez situation, this one was confirmed from Major League Baseball. Maldonado did have a hit and an RBI in that Game 1, but the Astros did lose. But the more important part that fans didn't talk about as much is the bat was deemed illegal for safety reasons and not competitive reasons. The specific type of bat Maldonado used is more likely to splinter into multiple pieces, which of course could hurt the opposing pitcher, catcher, or any of the infielders. It was not illegal because it helped him hit the ball better in any sort of way. At the end of the day, the Houston Astros have proven they can win the World Series without trash cans or whistles or cameras and whatever else. They can reach 6 straight ALCS appearances, and they've also proven they can beat the New York Yankees in a playoff series. Not just beat, but simply embarrass them. You as a fan don't have to like it, but the Astros have turned into a dynasty. With all the young talent already on the roster, and with how good they are developing top and under the radar talent, they made sure they aren't going anywhere. So be prepared to see a lot more of this in the near future.
Goes the runner, fly ball down the right field line. Tucker comes on. Kyle Tucker, this time they finish the job. The Houston Astros, world champions.
Shout out to everyone on here. If you want to see your name on here, link is down in the description.